Okay, what we're doing to this 108 250 SE gorgeous car is a common problem. No return on the latch release lever. And the reason that happens is because in this lock assembly there are 3 or 4 springs. One of them is solely for the latch release return, and that spring is broken. So I'm going to show you how to pull off the door panel. And now I've seen some people take off this door cap without removing these 2 wood pieces. That is a mistake, because you'll chip the wood pieces. So you got to remove these 2 wood pieces, and it takes a tiny Phillips to remove these. Okay, with the screws out, you do not pull up here. You pull down here and you wiggle it side to side as you pull it in this direction, not this direction, or you can chip the corner. You want to pull this way. We got that one off, and same story on this one. You want to pull it out at the bottom. Okay, we got the wood pieces out. What also helps is to push down as you pull the wood out. This one wouldn't go down much, the other end would. And we pull off our door lock button, and then wiggle this as you pull it up. The reason you want to wiggle it as you pull it up is because this is made out of basically paper mache, and you can break them real easy. These little snaps, the mounts are just glued on to there. Okay, we've got our components off the door panel, and by the way, I've got a video on 123, 116, 114, 115 door panel remover, but very similar. These door panels have the little keepers that go into the door, so use a very stiff putty knife and just run it down to where you can feel a keeper, so that you're prying right at the keeper and not the door panel. And there's one right over here, and then right here there's a fastener that you have to lift the door panel. So you want to bend the door panel like so, so that it will go past the manual crank shaft there. And here's what I'm talking about. This little tab goes into this slot right here. So you have to lift the door panel to get that off. As you can see, there's a keeper or 2 that did not make it. So what you do to remove that, you turn it 90 degrees, and then it comes right out of the door. How are we doing? Here's one here too that actually came apart. We'll reattach those. Okay, our problem is a broken spring, and you can see it right here. There it is. It's just hanging loose. There it is. Now, what you can do is hook a little spring right here and a hunk of wire to hook into this hole, and that will pull that lever back. That's an easy fix. Just a little spring from a hardware store hooked right in here, and a section of wire, and easy fix. Or replace this assembly, which is what I'm going to do. Okay, so even though I've replaced this lock, I've also made a little setup here to show you how to hook a spring and a wire to return this as well. So that's a cheapo way to do it. I will have more of these locks available. I've got to drill out the rivet and replace the broken spring. But it's ready to go without this spring. So we're all set. Okay, while I have the door panel off, I am servicing this vent window, which does not close all the way. I can actually see a gap right here. And so going down the freeway, this is going to whistle. So there is an adjustment right here, as you can see. So it just requires popping off this keeper right here. And this is a tight fit in the hole, so that's got to pop off. Anyway, then remove that, and then do your adjustment to make the window actually close further. So that requires lengthening this. So I'm going to do it a couple of turns, and then put this back in and do a test and see if it closes all the way. Okay, let's see. There we go. Much better. Okay, anytime you have your door panel off, you want to grease this mechanism with some spray grease with a tube on it. And you want to grease this rail right here, as well as all the teeth that you can reach on the window regulator. So I use a paintbrush to do this. And to get to both sides, put a dab on there and drag it towards you. And that way it'll get to both sides of that slot there. And then the window regulator. Let's see if I can expose more teeth. About right there. And this one can be a bit greasy. I'm using a toothbrush. And greasing that gear. Bit to expose the rest of the teeth so that you can get them all. Okay. And also you want to replace your door check if it's bad, and grease that baby too. And it makes for it not breaking as easily if it can slide over its tracks easier. Alrighty. And it's reassembled. Okay. Oh, by the way, when the door panel's off is a good time to test the tightness of all the screws and nuts in there. And then for this reassembly, to get this little hook to go into the slot, we want to bend this door panel and get that hook in there, and then we can start attaching it. Once the door panel's back on, it's just a reverse process of attaching everything. And this screw was missing its lock washer, which is a specific concave serrated lock washer. However, one like this that's flat will work because it will distort enough to be concave once you tighten it. And that way that stays tight, because otherwise that thing will come loose on you.